Uh, this is just a video on how to winterize a dirt bike, specifically a two-stroke. So what I did was I filled the tank right to the top. And then there's no, I don't know if you could see that very well, but it's right to the top. I don't know, but it's no more gas could go in it, and then that makes it so there's no room for moisture to build up. And you want to, for this bike, I just mix it 32 to 1 or whatever. But oh, hang on. Anyways, I can. But hang on a second. I just forgot my gun over here. There's been a lot of bears around, so I need to bring my gun everywhere I go. Alright, I can just sit there. And if anybody's wondering what kind of gun, it's just a single shot 30-30. Nothing special. Alright, so what you do, I said, oh yeah, you fill it up with a full tank of gas, just because it doesn't give any room for moisture to build up so water gets in your tank. Next thing you want to do is you want to get a coolant. If yours is liquid cooled like mine is, you're going to want to get a coolant tester, and it'll tell you what it's suitable for, like what your coolant's suitable for like if it's good to -40 to -30 to -10 -20, stuff like that. So I put -40 in because we get some cold winters like that. So I had to drain all the coolant out of it and put 40 -40. Then what you want to do is you want to give it a little ride, and if it needs coolant topped up again, top it up. And you want to put fuel stabilizer in the tank with a full tank of gas. Put fuel stabilizer in it, and you want to just drive it around for maybe 15-10 minutes even. But before you drive it, make sure to shake up the bike so the fuel stabilizer gets mixed up. But all you want to do is just get it so it goes to the carbs, works its way in all through the jets, all stuff like that. And then after about 10 minutes of riding, you want to keep it running, but just turn off the gas and just decide where you want to park it, and then just drive it around wherever you want to park it, so until it quits, and just push it into the sled or into the shed, and once the gas is off, and it's run out of gas, the carb did, then that means that the gas isn't going to sit in the carb and corrode, which it shouldn't if you put fuel stabilizer in it, but it's just a nice other precaution to do. And yeah, and once you do that, then you put it up on a stand like I have. Make sure both tires are off the ground. This one's on, but not very, it's just barely on the ground, but it won't hurt it. And make sure it's a nice dry, for I know there's cracks, but we don't really have rain get in here. Keep it out of the snow, keep everything good. And this is where I make maple syrup, but it's out of the way, it's in the corner, it's fine. And same, see, I have a dedicated gas can, it says Drew's Dirt Bike Gas, for my dirt bike, and it's mixed 32 to 1 with Hyde Test. You want to put fuel stabilizer in that too, since you're not going to be if you're not using your dirt bike, it's not burning any gas. If you're not burning any gas, you're not taking any gas out of the can. You don't have to fill it up. So even it does the exact same thing does the exact same thing if your dirt bike if it's sitting all winter, the gas will go bad. So put fuel stabilizer in there too. Then you want to, with this applies for 4 strokes and 2 strokes. But you're gonna want to change the bottom end oil. Mine's just gear oil, but 4-strokes would be like bottom end oil. And you want to drain that, because if there's any dirt in there, it'll clog everything up and it'll be a big mess. And you want to do it like ride it for a little bit and then let it sit for probably an hour and then do it. And then you want to put cheap stuff in it, like $6 oil in it just for the winter. And then when winter's over, drain it and put the best stuff you can in it, because then you're getting all the dirt that was in there. That oil will just wash it out, and then you want to drain that oil out again and put the good stuff for the summer. So, like, you don't have to. I've had 4-strokes and I've just jammed them in the shed, not on a stand or anything. Go out to them next summer. They might need a carb cleaned or something like that, or a new plug, but they're good to go. You just get on and ride. These 2-strokes are just a little more picky, if you will. And then what you want to do, you don't have to, but just give it a good cleaning. Just maybe armor all it a little bit. And I didn't go too wicked. I just did like fenders and my seat and my number plates and a little bits of my pipe and my hand grips and stuff like that. I didn't go washing every bit and piece. You want to clean your air filter or buy a new one, whatever you want. These ones that's on mine, they're just reusable. You wash them. And then you want to plug the exhaust. All I did was just jam a piece of paper towel in the end of my exhaust. And I know this sounds stupid, and you're gonna be kind of like, what the hell is he talking about? But mice, they will find their way in there. I know it's stupid. I thought so too until I had a mouse in one of mine. And it's not fun. Like, I know what you're thinking. How can a mouse go in there and go all through the screens and everything, and all through all them baffles and stuff? I don't know how they do it, but they do it. And I know it sounds stupid, but I've had it happen, and it is really, like, you're gonna be like, this guy doesn't know nothing. But you can think what you want, but I know that it does it. And then you just want to basically just oil your chain, oil your kickstarter, oil your pegs, oil your bearings, and you want to. And then the biggest step of all that I make sure I do I'm gonna do this for the rest of my life. But you want to take out the spark plug, and you want to buy this stuff called fogging oil, and it's just basically fogging out the engine. All you're doing is taking out the spark plug and putting fogging oil into it for maybe 4 to 6 seconds. Just spray it constantly, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then stop. Put the spark plug back in and just kick the kickstarter really slow, like really slow. And then it just kind of coats the wall, it coats the piston, coats the rings. Make sure the rings don't stick to the wall, the cylinder wall in the middle of winter. Make sure no rust builds up in there. It's just an oil coating, that's all it is. And then you'll notice it'll get kind of stiff on cold days, like, yeah, like it's stiffer than normal today. But it's just because of that fogging oil. It's cold out. I think it's 0. It's not, maybe -1. It's not cold, but colder. So that would just be getting thick, and that's all it is. But when summer comes, you just gotta kick it, and it will smoke a lot, because all that oil in there is gonna be burning. But it'll smoke a lot. And that's another reason why you should change your bottom end oil too, because if by any chance you do have bad rings, or it's a little bit worn out, that fogging oil will go down into your bottom end and it won't hurt anything, but still you want to put stuff in your bike that belongs in there. You don't want to have stuff that doesn't belong. But yeah, that's pretty well all it. And you can tell I got this tire on brand new. You can still see the yellow and red lines and my knobbies and stuff on there. But I put it on. I got somebody to put it on for me, and I rode it once. Actually, I guess I rode it twice. The first ride was about an hour. The second ride was about 15 minutes, and that's when I was putting it away. But that's pretty well it. And also, if you're wondering what mods I've done to this, I have a twin air filter, my UFO rear fender, brand new Dunlop tire, ODI Trolley Design grips, Pro Taper Contour fat bars. Then I have I don't know if you can see that bar adapter, fat bar adapter, and that's pretty well it. The engine stock is just I made it how it's comfortable for me, and it's visually pleasing to me. Just want to make it how I like it. But I might be selling this probably $1,500, maybe, or not really 15. I have about 18 into it, so I'd probably sell it for 17 or 16. So I want to buy a CR125, and I'm gonna put a FMF Gold Series and a Power Core 2 on it. This bike is all stock, but I've always wanted an FMF on a bike, so I'll put one on my CR125. But if anybody's interested, just send me a message or comment or something like that, and I guarantee you this thing. I have a compression tester, and I was just about to compression test it. I just was out compression testing all of me and my dad's sleds for winter, and to make sure they were all good. And my sled is 135 and 145 psi. Yeah, I guess that's what it is, psi. And my dad's is 145 and 145, and mine was 145 and 150, my other one. So not too bad. And I was gonna do that and see what the compression was for that, because you want it to be around 140, 135, 150, something like that. Even 120 is really good. But I was just thinking, I fogged it, so it will have extremely high compression. It'll be probably around 160 or 170 with the fogging oil in it. So I'm gonna wait till summer or whatever and give it a little bit of a run, clear it out, and then compression test it, and then figure it out. And just to let you know, this bike, it's a 2005 CR85R. It's never been raced in its whole life, and you can tell it hasn't been ridden much, because the letters on the seat are always worn out. Always, like half of these are like you can't really see them because your legs. And this dent is only dent in the pipe, but know what that is from? Somebody leaned it up against, like if you look here, and I did a test that when this was on the ground, it lined up perfectly to this corner of that. So I'm guessing the owner, I never put the dent there, but I'm guessing the owners before me leaned it up against something, and it put a big dent in it or something like that. And that's just from the guy before me wore motocross boots, and they wear that out pretty good. I just wear jeans when I ride, so jeans and running shoes, so that hasn't got any worse since I got it. And then it's actually not too bad right there either. It's just a little tiny bit. It looks kind of big on camera, but it's only about that big. So it's like that big. It looks pretty big, but it isn't. But yeah, and you know, you gotta have the old OMC snow cruiser sign. Nope, but if you're interested, just let me know. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And sorry it was long-winded. Anyways, see you next time. Don't let the washers get you.